Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about something that has shocked the entire world and left even seasoned observers stunned. The news is that Ukraine has just achieved the unbelievable. Russian tank convoys, long considered untouchable and heavily protected, have been blasted in a way that no one thought possible. This isn't just another military update, it is a moment that has completely changed perceptions of modern warfare. To understand the full scope of what happened, let's break it down in detail. Looking at the outside picture, the inside mechanics, the performance of this operation, the safety elements that were built into it, the unique points that make it stand out, the cost and the price Ukraine has paid, and finally, what this means going forward. From the outside, the impression this event gives off is one of boldness and strength. The exterior is sharp and intimidating, almost like the design of a vehicle that immediately demands respect. When Russian convoys set out, they were meant to showcase power and dominance, but what Ukraine did flipped that image upside down. The visual result was Russian armored lines broken, tanks burning, and convoys halted in their tracks. To outside observers, this was an image of defiance, an exterior that demonstrated Ukraine is not just surviving but is able to launch calculated and devastating strikes that challenge one of the world's most feared militaries. That first impression alone, the sight of destroyed convoys, was enough to catch global attention. Looking deeper inside, the operation wasn't built on flashy or unnecessary complexity. Instead, the interior was all about clean, efficient coordination. Ukrainian forces combined intelligence, modern drone technology, and precise targeting in a way that created a smooth and highly functional system. It was not bloated or over-engineered. The strength of the interior came from its simplicity and efficiency. While on the surface it looked like a sudden blast of destruction, inside it was the result of hours of careful planning, flawless communication between units, and trust in the tools they had at hand. This short but essential glimpse into the interior shows why the operation worked so well, because it was compact, disciplined, and effective. When it comes to performance, this is the part that truly astonished both allies and rivals. Ukraine managed to hit Russian tank convoys that were thought to be too large, too armored, and too protected to fall in such a way. The performance was measured in speed, precision, and effectiveness. The strikes were launched at exactly the right time, when the convoys were most vulnerable, and the damage was immediate and undeniable. It wasn't just about destroying a few tanks, it was about crippling entire movements, halting logistics, and proving that performance in warfare today is not about sheer numbers but about intelligence, innovation, and timing. Ukraine managed to deliver a performance that far exceeded expectations, one that military analysts are still studying closely. Safety is another critical aspect that many overlooked at first glance. Ukraine didn't just attack recklessly. The operation was designed to keep its own soldiers as safe as possible while still hitting hard. By using drones and long-range weaponry, Ukrainian forces were able to strike from a distance, minimizing exposure to enemy counterattacks. This safety-first approach didn't make the operation weaker, it made it smarter. It showed that safety features in warfare are not only about protecting lives but also about ensuring sustainability for future operations. Ukraine's ability to safeguard its forces while still inflicting maximum damage proved that this was not just a bold move, but also a well-protected one. What truly makes this event stand out, however, are the unique selling points. This was not just another battle or another strike. No one has ever pulled off such a precise and daring hit against Russian tank convoys at this scale before. The uniqueness comes from the combination of technology, tactics, and determination. Ukraine leveraged modern tools like drones, paired them with traditional artillery knowledge, and added fearless execution. The result was an operation that has been described as groundbreaking. This isn't just about blowing up tanks, it's about changing the playbook of modern warfare. The unique point here is that Ukraine showed the world that even the biggest and most heavily armed convoys are not untouchable if you think differently, act boldly, and execute with precision. Of course, everything comes with a price. This kind of operation is not free, not financially, not militarily, and not emotionally. Ukraine has been investing heavily in its defense, relying on support from allies, but also paying with its own resources and sacrifices. The price tag also comes in human terms. Soldiers putting themselves in danger, families waiting in worry, and a nation carrying the weight of an ongoing war. Yet, despite the cost, the results have made it clear that the investment is worth it. Each successful strike like this sends a message that strengthens Ukraine's position, boosts the morale of its people, and reshapes the global conversation about the balance of power in the region. And so we arrive at the conclusion. Ukraine has just done something no one has ever done before. They have taken down Russian tank convoys in a way that looked impossible just months ago. From the exterior image of burning convoys to the interior efficiency of planning, from the astonishing performance to the carefully built safety measures, from the unique selling points that made this operation historic to the undeniable price that was paid, this moment is one of transformation. It shows that courage, creativity, and resilience can change the course of events, even against overwhelming odds. What does this mean for the future? It means the world will watch Ukraine differently now. It means Russia can no longer assume that size and heavy armor guarantee safety. It means other nations will study these tactics and rethink how they approach modern conflict. But above all, it means Ukraine has proven that it is not only fighting to survive but also innovating, adapting, and succeeding in ways no one expected. This is more than a strike, it is a turning point, a reminder that even in the darkest of battles, unbelievable victories are possible. Thank you all for staying with me through this review of what just happened. If you found this breakdown eye-opening and want to keep following major updates and analysis like this, make sure to support the channel, stay tuned, and be ready for more insights. Ukraine has already shown us that the unbelievable is possible, and the world is watching closely for what happens next.